There are moments in music when time itself seems to pause, when three voices rise together and carry an entire arena into a space beyond language, beyond borders, beyond the ordinary passage of days. As the world turned toward 2026, Il Volo stood before their fans once again, not just as performers, but as storytellers, as brothers in song, as bearers of something sacred that cannot be manufactured or replicated. What unfolded across their recent world tour wasn't simply a series of concerts. It was a journey through the human heart, mapped in melodies that have crossed oceans and generations, reminding us all why we fell in love with music in the first place. The first breath of magic often arrives in silence. Picture this: the lights dim in a packed arena somewhere between Rome and Buenos Aires, and before a single note is sung, there's a collective intake of breath from thousands of souls who've traveled from distant corners of the globe. Piero stands at the microphone, Ignazio to his left, Gianluca to his right, and in that suspended moment before their voices blend, you can feel the weight of anticipation pressing against your chest. Fans described the moment as electric yet tender, as if the air itself had become charged with everything unspoken between artist and audience. Then it begins, that first note, so pure and vulnerable it seems impossible it came from human lungs. Many in the audience were seen wiping tears before the first verse even concluded, overcome not just by the beauty of the sound, but by the recognition that they were witnessing something rare and unrepeatable. As the tour moved through cities draped in winter light and summer warmth alike, another kind of intimacy revealed itself. Between songs, in those unscripted moments when the formal performance gives way to genuine connection, Il Volo spoke directly to their fans with a rawness that felt like sitting across from old friends. Gianluca's voice would soften as he thanked audiences for growing alongside them, for remaining faithful through every evolution of their artistry. Piero would laugh, that characteristic laugh that crinkles his eyes, then grow serious as he acknowledged the privilege of making music that matters to people. Ignazio, always the passionate heart, would place his hand over his chest and simply say thank you in 6 different languages, his eyes scanning the crowd as if trying to memorize every face. Viewers around the world shared how these unguarded moments stayed with them long after the music faded, how the vulnerability of 3 men acknowledging their gratitude felt like permission to be vulnerable themselves. Did you feel this moment too? Because somewhere in the middle of their set, during a song that's been performed hundreds of times, something shifts. Perhaps it's the way the lighting catches Piero's profile as he reaches for an impossibly high note, or the way Ignazio closes his eyes and leans into a phrase as if he's discovering it for the first time. The familiarity of beloved songs becomes new again when delivered with such complete presence, such absolute commitment to the emotional truth of every lyric. Fans in Tokyo described feeling the same surge of emotion as those in New York, in London, in Sao Paulo. The language may change, the time zones may differ, but the response is universal, a recognition that what's happening on stage transcends entertainment and enters the realm of shared human experience. There's a particular kind of silence that only exists in concert halls, a silence that's somehow louder than applause. It happened repeatedly throughout this tour, those breathtaking pauses when Il Volo would hold a final note and let it ring out across the space, sustaining it until it seemed to merge with the architecture itself. Fans have described standing ovations that seemed to go on forever, not out of polite appreciation but from a place of genuine gratitude. Gratitude that someone still believes this music matters. Gratitude that 3 young men chose this path when they could have pursued easier, more commercially predictable directions. The spontaneous reactions tell the story better than any critic could, grown men standing with fists pressed to their mouths, trying to hold in the emotion. Teenage girls recording on their phones with tears streaming down their faces, elderly couples holding hands and nodding, as if Il Volo's performance confirmed something they've always known but worried the world had forgotten. Have you ever felt music like this before? There's a moment during their world tours, and perhaps you witnessed it yourself, when the 3 of them stand together at the edge of the stage after an emotionally charged piece. No immediate acknowledgement of the applause. Just 3 friends sharing a glance that communicates volumes. We did it, we honored it, we gave everything. That vulnerability, that visible relief and joy and mutual support, creates a connection with the audience that transcends typical performer-fan relationships. It becomes communal. It becomes family. Many have shared stories of attending Il Volo concerts alone and leaving with friendships formed in the lobby, bonded by shared tears and shared awe, discovering that classical music, when delivered with this much heart, doesn't isolate us in intellectual appreciation but unites us in emotional truth. The nostalgia they evoke isn't for a specific time but for a feeling, a quality of artistic commitment that seems rare in our age of auto-tune and manufactured personalities. When Piero, Ignazio, and Gianluca approach a Neapolitan classic or an operatic standard, they bring the weight of tradition but never its stuffiness. They understand something crucial. Keeping tradition alive doesn't mean embalming it. As the final notes of their encore faded and the lights came up in venue after venue, something remarkable consistently occurred. Rather than rushing for exits, audiences would linger, reluctant to break the spell, to return to the ordinary world outside. People would embrace strangers who moments before were simply occupants of neighboring seats, now bonded by the shared experience of beauty that had moved them to tears and joy in equal measure. Il Volo would stand at the stage edge, sometimes with their own eyes glistening, absorbing the love being reflected back at them, understanding that what they've built isn't just a career but a global family connected by melody and meaning. This is the gift Il Volo brings into 2026, not just powerful vocals or impeccable harmonies, though they deliver both in abundance. They bring the reminder that in our fragmented, often isolated world, music remains a universal language that can unite Italian and Japanese, American and Brazilian, young and old, in moments of pure, shared humanity. They prove that classical crossover isn't about diluting tradition but about making it accessible and relevant, about building bridges between generations and genres. They demonstrate that three voices, when aligned in purpose and passion, can create something greater than the sum of their parts. As you reflect on these performances, on the way Il Volo welcomed this new year with gratitude and artistry, consider what their music means in your own life. Which moment from their tour resonated most deeply with you? When have you felt that particular catch in your throat, that recognition of beauty so profound it almost hurts? Share your experiences in the comments below. Let's build our own chorus of appreciation for artists who give us permission to feel deeply in a world that often demands we stay guarded. If this journey through Il Volo's emotional landscape moved you, please like this video and subscribe for more stories about music that matters. Because in the end, we're all just seeking connection, seeking beauty, seeking moments when we remember what it means to be fully, vulnerably, gloriously alive.